Hey, what's up, Stringlings? Today we're going to be taking a look at one of these. This is a rechargeable power supply from Vangoa. Let's check it out. Power supplies are a huge mess of research and study and everything you need to know about how to get power into all of these pedals that you've got kicking around. They've all got different amp ratings. They've all got different power requirements. Some of them are 12 volts, some of them are 9 volts, some of them are 18 volts. It's really hard to pin down some of this stuff. And then on top of that, you have to wire everything, tie it all down, and then find a way to get all of that electricity into the board. Well, Vangoa has come up with something compact, fairly straightforward, fairly simple to use, and it is this. This is a rechargeable isolated power supply. They've taken a little bit of a leap here and said, how about if we just don't plug it in? How about if we provide a rechargeable source for power for pedals? And this is the unit. As you can see, it is not very big. It actually fits in my back pocket. I've already tested this a number of times. Didn't test it to fit in my pocket, but I know that it does because I carry it down here like that. And honestly, I love this thing. I use it when I'm jamming. I use it when I need to do some stuff on my computer and I'm not in the studio. I don't have a ton of power around. This does the trick. This is great for kind of small gigs. It just increases the portability of your pedal power. You can attach this to a lightweight pedal board and have your power go with you. It recharges just on a regular USB charger, right? It takes a couple of hours to get a full charge. It has 4,600 milliamp hours. That means you've got about 4.5 hours of power if you're drawing 1 amp of power, or 1,000 milliamps of power. So I've run this fully loaded for about 3 to 4 hours and haven't burned out the battery yet. So it's got a lot of juice. It'll last probably most gigs, but here's the kicker. This thing costs less than $50 Canadian. So you could buy 2 of these and have one charged as a backup if you needed to. Okay, that's incredible. In terms of the available power, this is not going to power your big pedals, your MIDI pedals, anything that needs 12 or 18 volts. It's entirely 9 volts, but it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 outputs. Okay, 7 isolated outputs. They're isolated from each other, but they're also isolated from the wall. You don't have to worry about the building circuitry because it's wireless. It doesn't plug in. Right? You can charge it on the fly. Of course, you can plug it in if you want to, but you don't have to, because once this is charged, you're good to go. It also allows you to charge your cell phone. By the way, it has a USB out, so you can use your cell phone or your iPad or whatever with it, and it has an on-off switch. So think of this like a master kill switch on the entire pedal board, and everything lights up. Okay, so you know which. You know you've got power. This is the indicator here to tell you how much battery power there is. And of these, 6 of these are 100 milliamp outputs, and this one is a 300 milliamp output. What that means basically is the amount of power that your pedals require. So if you're running, most pedals basically run between like 25 and 100 milliamps. So if you've got 4 pedals that have a 25 milliamp rating, you could run 4 of them off of here, or you could run one of them on a daisy chain, you could run one daisy chain off of one of these outputs and power 4 pedals with it, and you would still have lots of power to go around. So for a lot of pedal rigs, this is more than enough for a lot of kind of basic studio and small gig stuff. And then if you wanted to expand from there, you could definitely expand from there. So what else, just so you know what else is included, excuse me, in the package, they do give you 7 power cables, pedal power cables. So you have enough for that, as well as the charging cable. So this is a USB-C charging cable. You can plug it into your computer, you can plug it into the wall or any phone charger or whatever. Give it a couple of hours and you will have plenty of juice for your gig. Let's take it down to the desktop and I'll just show you kind of a generic way to set it up and see what it looks like. Okay, we're down on the board and I've got just a few pedals kicking around. I wanted to show you how much space this power supply takes up. I'm using the Vangoa pedal board from the last video, just for the sake of demo, because it's already on my desktop, and give you an idea of how much room this guy takes up. Now you can take this and stick it underneath. There's lots of room underneath the board. These aren't taped down, so I don't want to lift this up and drop my pedals on my feet. But there's enough room in there to pop this underneath and have the leads come up to the pedals. I just want to show you how this works, or how well it works in terms of the power supply itself. So how do you demo a power supply? You can listen to it and decide if it's noisy or not, but we can throw a ton of gain on it and make it noisy, right? Or we can just run the pedals out of the pedal board, so or out of the power supply. So, you know, I'm not doing this in any particular order. I just want to give you an idea of how much power there is available here and show you what it looks like when we turn it on. So I've got the 3 pedals I'm using here up front are the Eris Effects Savage Drive, the Heavy Menace from Empress Effects, and my Evil Twin modulated delay from Mayfly Audio. I'm not going to plug the Ibanez wah in just now. I have set this up previously where it's been sitting in this orientation, just to have it on top so that my on-off switch is right here, and this is all we need to do. Click that little on-off switch on, and you can see full power, right? All 7 circuits are lit up, and no problem getting power to everybody that needs it. Very, very cool, incredibly portable unit when it's attached to an ultra thin pedal board like this that comes in a carrying case. How can you possibly go wrong at under $50 for that power supply? And trust me on this one, like I said, I've been recording with it on my laptop in my dining room without plugging this in, using the Donner Arena 2000, and it works like an absolute champ. Okay, so what did you think of that? Again, I decided not to play for that particular demo, but just to kind of show you how it sets up and what it looks like on a board. And I think it's great. Like I said, I use this to plug in my Arena 2000. That one's rated for 500 milliamps, but I tested it on the 300 milliamp circuit on here, and it works just fine. So you could take this with a smaller modeling amp like that one, floor modeler. A couple of the Behringer units might work on this, I don't know, but for sure the Arena 2000 does work on it. As well as all the pedals that you just saw me plug it into. Yeah, I think it's just really innovative, really helpful, incredibly useful design, and something that a lot of players, I think, just really should keep in their pocket, or in their gig bag, because it just makes sense to have, even just to charge your phone, right? If you've got this, hanging around with you, you can just charge your phone on it while you're playing the gig. It doesn't matter, but honestly, at less than $50, why would you not invest in a couple of these? They're just a really cool, unique device to have around. If you've got a guitar player in your life, this also makes a really great gift, because there's a lot you can do with this. It's compact, it's powerful, and it works, right? So that is the Vangoa Rechargeable Power Supply. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, please remember to like and subscribe, and please consider becoming a member. We're going to be doing some more indie music reviews, and in order to support the promotion of those projects, we don't get the ad revenue on the channel, so none of that money comes to me when we do those reviews. All that money goes to the artist, which is where it's supposed to go, and I 100% agree with that. The only thing is, then I have to pay for all of the promotion out of pocket, and it becomes a loss leader for me, and I want to create more promotion for those artists that we review on the channel. So do consider becoming a member, because that goes a long way towards producing more of that kind of review content and getting more exposure obviously for the channel, but also for those artists that we try to support through the channel. So that's it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again next time.